Please, who is it? I have a gun.
The DA's gonna say that you're quite a marksman.
How's that?
Because you shot a man right through the heart in a pitch-black room.
Mr. Petrocelli, I'm blind.
That Night Stalker happened to be her boyfriend, who she was furious at.
Frank, she loved him.
Yeah, I could understand the other girls, but what I couldn't understand was why he couldn't tell me. So I started yelling, and so did he. Where'd the shots come from?
Your horn stuck or something?
Nope, just my hand. Needed your attention.
My attention? What do you need, a lawyer or something?
Heavens, no. I like honest men. I'm here on official business.
Okay, then be official.
Nice place you got here, and that looks to be a real fine house one day.
Yeah.
Too bad you ain't gonna get a chance to finish it.
Well, what is it, some kind of a joke or something?
Nope, some kind of highway. Name's Fred Ash, and I'm with the San Remo Division of Highways. Appears your little tract here is right smack in the middle of our new Route 86.
Now, wait a second. Are you trying to tell me that they're going to build a highway right through here?
They're sure enough thinking about it. You catch on real good for a lawyer.
Yeah, well, they're going to catch something else from this lawyer. Look, I've done a thorough survey of his land right down to the last cactus. It's free of encumbrances, it's free of neighbors, and it is free of highways. Now, you go back and tell your commission that they can take that Route 86 and stick it 5 miles north of here, huh?
Don't get huffy with me. I'm only doing my job. Oh, here's my card, should you need it. Nice meeting you.
Well, looks official.
Official?
What do you think?
Well, I think that I'm not ready to start 12 bricks a day somewhere else. And if we have to, I'm going to take that bed and plop it down right in the middle of Highway 86. What do you think of that?
Oh. Hello? Yes, it is. Uh-huh. Okay, I'll tell him. Tony? It was Robert Miller from the Public Defender's Office. He wants you to see somebody immediately. But he said, please.
Carter? I'm Tony Petrocelli.
How do you do, Mr. Petrocelli?
Hi. Oh, please excuse the jeans, but the public defender's office is a little anxious.
Well, thank you for coming. They said someone would help me.
Well, I'll certainly try, but of course, you've got to give me a little help, too, so... why don't you sit down? Now, why don't you tell me what happened?
Buddy's dead. They say I killed him. And why would I kill Buddy?
Wait a second now. Now, who's Buddy?
Buddy Landers, a friend. I loved him.
Well, did he love you?
Yes, he loved me.
Okay, do you want to tell me what happened now?
Well, it's still so mixed up to me. It all happened so quickly. All I remember is being frightened. I'd been with Buddy till around 9, and then I left and went back to my own room. I could hear pool noises, but they weren't too loud. And then I dozed off. I'm not sure how long I'd been sleeping, but something woke me up. I was a little groggy, but the noise seemed to get louder and louder. Who is it? Buddy? Please, who is it? I have a gun. I'll use it. Please just go away. Go away! I remember lying in the bed and shaking. I don't know how long, and then suddenly Shirley was touching me, and I started to scream.
Julie, it's okay. It's Shirley. It's okay.
Shirley?
Shirley Miller. She's a neighbor.
Is anybody with her?
Yes, several people. I'm not sure just who. Does it matter?
Oh, yeah, it might. Now, look, you say you pulled a gun from your nightstand. Now, do you always keep a loaded gun with you?
Well, I didn't until I met Buddy. He said he'd feel safer if he knew I had a gun. Sorry I listened to him. I don't know anything about guns.
Well, I wouldn't exactly say that. In fact, I'm afraid that the DA's going to say that you're quite a marksman.
How's that?
Because you shot a man right through the heart in a pitch-black room.
But all rooms are black to me.
Well, I don't follow.
Mr. Petrocelli, I'm blind.
Yeah, I didn't know that. I'm sorry.
Please, don't feel sorry. I've been blind since I was 6.
You know why Buddy was in your room?
No.
It's funny. I mean, if Buddy was your friend and you called out to him, why didn't he answer you?
I've been going over and over that in my mind, and I don't know. He wasn't a practical joker, and he'd never try to scare me.
No, he also knew you had a gun.
Well, yes, of course. Like I said, he bought it for me.
Julie, are you from San Remo?
No, my folks and my 2 brothers are back in New York. I've been teaching out here at the Deaf and Blind School for 2 years. I needed to make the break. I mean, I love my family and all, and they love me, but well, they feel sorry for me. I really hate that word, sorry. I never even felt it until now.
Yeah, I can understand.
I don't feel sorry for myself. I feel sorry for Buddy. Do you think you can help me, Mr. Petrocelli?
Call me Tony, huh?
Do you mind if I touched your face?
No, not at all.
How'd you get the scar?
I got it playing stickball when I was a kid.
You have a nice face, Tony. Strong but gentle.
Julie, you got yourself a lawyer. Look, I'll be in touch. I'm gonna leave now, okay?
Thank you.
Matron?
You know something strange? I feel like I can see the bars around me here.
know, Pete, if you had good legs, make a great secretary.
If Maggie makes me climb any higher, I'm gonna take out flight insurance.
Well, just forget about the insurance and fly down here, huh? It tastes good.
Lemon, you want some?
How about a root beer, honey?
Okay. How about a beer?
You bet. What's up?
Well, I will tell you what's up. For one thing, our client, Julie Carter, is blind. Yeah. Two, she's accused of murdering her boyfriend.
Well, what does she say?
Self-defense. Naturally, she doesn't know who she shot.
Well, it sounds pretty cut and dry to me.
Yeah, it should be. Pete, I want you to find out everything you can about the dead man, Buddy Landers. He lived at the same singles place as she did.
Together?
No. No, Pete, I want you to check out this Buddy Landers, what he did for a living, who liked him, who didn't, and why. And also check out Julie at the deaf and blind school. Friends, faculty, students. And do a check on all the eyewitnesses, huh? The ones who found the body.
And you want it?
Whenever it's convenient.
Really?
No. I really need it yesterday, Pete. Oh, honey, look, I'm gonna go down and see Judge Manners. He's gonna set bail in Julie. I'll call you afterwards. And if Pete will let you borrow his car, I'd appreciate it if you picked up Julie at the courthouse and took her back to school, huh?
It's okay by me.
Okay by me. Where will you be?
I am going to a swinging singles spot and do a little poking around.
Just be careful who you poke around with. Keys to my car.
Tony! Tell me you didn't take the Carter case.
Hey, Frank. Okay, I didn't take the case.
Now tell me the truth.
I took it.
Why, Tony? Because she's blind? Look, I know what you're thinking.
Oh, terrific. Then you know what I know, but she's innocent.
She's not innocent, but she is smart. She figures no jury's gonna convict a young, vulnerable, blind woman.
Look, particularly if she's not guilty. Now, look, let me tell you something. Some guy comes into the room, right? Okay, she's blind. She cries out for help. Nothing. She pulls out a gun. She even warns the intruder, then she fires out of desperation. Now, Frank, that is and always has been known as self-defense. I just spoke to Judge Manners, and he's agreed to set bail.
Oh, that's fine, except for one thing. That Night Stalker happened to be her boyfriend, who she was furious at.
Frank, she loved him.
She also had a violent argument with him an hour before he was murdered. Or did she leave out that little detail?
Well, what she did or did not tell me is privileged information. Frank, I am surprised at you.
Uh-huh. Well, then don't let it surprise you, Tony, if I nail her. I'm not buying self-defense, not for a minute. Manslaughter. And that's what we're going for.
Blocking my son.
Well, I didn't want you to burn. You know, you could get hot lying out in the sun too long.
I don't need the sun for that.
I wouldn't touch that lying with a 10-foot pole.
At least help me out of the pool.
Ain't too hot?
All wet. Thanks. You married?
Uh-huh, yeah.
Too bad. Lots of action here for a guy like you. How many years you been on the wagon?
On the what? You mean how many years I've been married? Oh, I see. I've been married for 3 years. Look, actually, I'm looking for the manager. Do you know where I can find him?
He is a she.
Well, do you know where I can find her, then?
I'm talking to her. Name's Shirley Miller.
Tony Petrocelli.
Hi.
Hi.
Looking for an apartment? We just had a place come open. We don't get many vacancies around here.
Well, actually, I'm not really looking for an apartment.
Would you like to sit down?
Yeah, oh, thanks. I am, however, interested in the vacancy. You see, I'm Julie Carter's attorney.
Too bad about that kid. I mean, it's not like she doesn't have enough going against her already.
How's that?
Well, being blind and all. And falling for Buddy.
You didn't like Buddy, huh?
Oh, he was all right. But a player, you know. I never could figure out his angle.
His angle?
What he saw in Julie.
Maybe he loved her.
Yeah, maybe.
Listen, Shirley, did you ever hear Julie and Buddy argue about anything?
Yeah, a few times. Like I said, he was a player. Liked lots of girls.
What about that night, the night he was murdered?
They argued all right. We can hear them out here. Then Julie left Buddy's apartment. An hour later, she shot him.
Just because they had an argument?
Well, I don't know why.
No, I guess you don't. Well, thanks, Shirley. I'll see you around, huh?
Promises, promises.
Hi, excuse me. I wanted you to give me some help.
Oh, honey, I'm just a maid around here.
Well, that's all right. I just want to ask you a couple questions for me.
Shoot.
Well, did you happen to see Buddy Landers the night he was shot?
Best as I recollect, it did. It was about 9:45. I remember the time, because I'm off at 10.
I see. Where was he? Do you remember?
In his room.
Was there anybody with him?
Not exactly.
No, well, what do you mean, not exactly?
Well, Mr. Jarvis did come by to visit for a minute, but then he left.
Well, did you see him leave?
Oh, sure. I was finishing up a room 2 doors down.
Thank you very much for your help. Well, just one more thing. This Jarvis, where might I find him, you know?
As far as I know, he spends his days at Eddie's gym polishing up the body beautiful. You thinking of moving in here?
No, not really, no.
Oh, that's too bad. Because just between you and me, it would have been a real pleasure to turn down your bed.
Well, thank you very much. I appreciate that. And you have a very good day, huh?
I'll do that.
Hi, Robert Jarvis?
That's right.
I wonder if I could talk to you for a minute.
About what?
My name's Tony Petrocelli. I'm Julie Carter's attorney.
Sure. Hold this way.
That's, very funny.
Yeah, but you ain't laughing.
Well, maybe later.
Look, let's make this fast. I don't want to go off.
I understand you found the body.
Me and half a dozen others.
What'd you think about it?
Nothing, just one less creep in the world.
You didn't like him, huh?
Never paid any attention to him.
What about Julie?
Hey, you know, she's all right. It's a shame she ain't never saw me, though.
Yeah, I imagine you'd be pretty disappointed. Listen, where were you when you heard the shooting?
I was in my room reading.
Did you see Buddy that night?
Yeah, about a half an hour before that.
Mm-hmm. This must be a pretty expensive place to join, huh?
Yeah? Why, you thinking about adding some muscle?
Well, I just wondered how you could afford it.
What's that supposed to mean?
Well, you don't seem to have what you'd call a regular job.
You're beginning to bug me.
Good. And the afternoon hasn't been a total waste after all.
Oh, Julie, be careful of that first step.
Okay. We near the entrance?
Just a few steps straight ahead.
Don't you love the smell of children?
Yes, I do. They're beautiful. Do all of these children go to school here?
Yes. Some of them are deaf and some are blind.
Do they say the wrong thing?
No, Maggie, what would be wrong would be to pretend that they weren't. Well, be careful here.
I could have tripped. Thank you. I guess I better hold on to you.
Okay. Would you like to see where I work?
I'd love to.
Okay, it's the first pathway to the left.
Well, we're right here.
Okay. Frankly, Scarlett, I don't give a damn.
That's the first time I ever felt a cuss word. Braille must be very hard to learn.
Not when you have to. Every child fights the handicap at first. You sort of pretend it doesn't exist.
It must be very difficult.
Well, the handicap isn't difficult. That's a fact. What's difficult is the pretending. Then one day you wake up and you say, today, I'm going to stop pretending I'm not blind. You see, you just can't go on trying to change what is. So at the ripe old age of 6, I decided to be the world's champion blind lady.
I think you have succeeded.
Well, Maggie, I gave up pretending about that, too. I just decided that I was going to be the best me that I could.
And?
Well, I'm still working on that, Maggie. I'm still working on it. You see, up until now, I thought that I could really handle life. But losing Buddy,
Julie, you can handle life. What happened with Buddy could have happened to anyone. None of us can see in the dark.
I keep telling myself that, only it happened to me.
I know. Tony is doing everything he can to help you. Believe me.
Can he bring Buddy back? Maggie, I'm sorry. That was lousy.
No. No, it was honest. We can't help Buddy, but we can help each other.
You know, Maggie, you'd have made one hell of a teacher.
Hey, Pete.
Tony, Maggie told me to ask you something.
So ask.
I know I've asked it before, but it's important to me. What do you want for your birthday?
Ah, come on, Pete. I'll tell you exactly what I told Maggie. I mean, I hate birthdays. I mean, please, just come to dinner, huh? That's better than a gift, okay?
I appreciate it, but I sure would like to give you some kind of surprise.
Okay, well, surprise me with some information, then.
What's that?
A guy by the name of Fred Ash works for the Highway Division. Says they are coming right through our house.
You're kidding.
No, I'm not kidding. Will you check into it for me?
You bet I will. I got some information for you.
Oh, go.
Well, it's on the eyewitnesses.
Yeah.
There's a John Safro,
Right.
pharmacist. He's lived in San Remo for 1 year, no record, clean as a whistle.
Well, next, good.
And there's a Robert Jarvis. He's lived here for 18 months, and he doesn't seem to work at all. And I'm running a cross-check on him.
Yeah, Mr. Muscles. Twitter when he's got a previous.
Yeah, my sentiments exactly. Then there's Shirley Miller. Well, there's no trouble there. She runs a respectable apartment. Her record checks out A-OK.
If you like a record, you ought to see the player.
Tony.
That was bad of you.
Yes. But I know what you mean. And then something strange. The dead man, Buddy Landers.
Yeah, what about him?
Well, he's only been around for 1 year.
You mean around San Remo for a year?
No, I mean he's only been around for 1 year, period. I put a lot of favors on this and got absolutely nothing. Buddy Landers hasn't lived, resided, or had a past of any kind until 1 year ago.
That's great, people. Keep digging, huh?
You bet.
How you doing, Pete? Hey, Tony. As soon as I whip you in the courts, I'm gonna whip you on the courts. How about a few sets?
Well, I mean, you better get you better fall through than that. No, I'll tell you what. As soon as Julie Carter's found not guilty, then I'll spot you a few points. How's
Never
that?
mind spotting. Never mind not guilty. I mean it, Tony. You have some new information.
You mean about Buddy Landers not existing till a year ago? That's ancient history, Frank.
Buddy Landers' real name was Johnny Rapkin. He was a government agent, and he was working underground. She found out who he was, thought he was using her as part of his cover. She couldn't handle it, so she killed him. See you, Tony.
What's next, Julie?
Paper bags,
Large?
small.
Now what?
Noodles. Just get whichever one's cheapest, Joe.
Julie?
Hi, Tony.
It's okay, son. I'll help her. Thanks.
Okay.
Well, thank you, Joe.
You're welcome.
Tony, do you shop here?
No. I wanted to talk to you about Buddy.
Oh, okay. I need some fresh vegetables. Well, what did you want to know about Buddy? I think I told you everything I could.
Well, except that you and he had an argument that night.
Oh.
And I want you to tell me about it if you wanted to.
Well, it was all sort of dumb, a funny kind of argument. I mean, he got angry for a strange reason.
Well, like what? Here we go.
Well, thanks. Some of the people at the apartment had told me that, Buddy was seen with some other girls. You know, they were telling me for my own good.
You got mad at him for seeing other girls?
Oh, no. No, you see, I love Buddy. I didn't own him. I told him I really didn't mind. Look, I know I'm no big prize, so I said it was all right.
And, he got mad at that?
Yes. He said he hadn't been seeing other girls, but at least not that way. But he couldn't tell me why. Yeah, I could understand the other girls, but what I couldn't understand was why he couldn't tell me. So I started yelling, and so did he.
And you mean that's it?
Yeah. Told you it was dumb. Anyway, I went back to my room and went to bed.
Well, Julie, I can at least clear something up for you. The reason he was seeing those other girls.
But I told you, I already know.
I mean, I don't think you do. You see, Buddy was an undercover agent for the government. That's right, he was working on an assignment.
Undercover agent? I don't believe it. He would have told me.
No, you see, agents usually don't tell people that they're agents.
But I wasn't just people.
Well, Julie, he was trying to protect you. I mean, what you didn't know just couldn't hurt you.
Thank you, Tony. I didn't think I minded those other girls, but I guess maybe I did.
No, I guess anyone would have. Look, Julie, one more thing. Can you recall anything that might have happened just before the shooting occurred?
No, I heard the noises. And then I shot a couple of shots, and then the people were there.
A couple of times? Wait a second. Now, according to the police report, I mean, he was shot only once.
Well, I guess I missed him with the second shot.
Yeah, I guess.
But there was one strange thing about it, though.
What's that?
Well, I don't know exactly how to describe it, but the person that was in the room didn't feel like Buddy.
Well, what do you mean?
Well, it's a feeling I usually get. I mean, about who it is that's around me, and well, it just didn't feel like Buddy.
Yeah, but Julie, it was.
I know. But, Tony, could you get me a loaf of whole wheat bread? I end up eating more white bread, and I don't even like white bread. It's the one problem I have. They keep moving the bread around.
Okay, I'll talk to the manager, huh?
Oh, don't bother. It's kind of a gag already. Yeah, I'm getting better, though. By this time, I'm beginning to smell the difference.
Mr. Safro? Are you John Safro?
That's right.
Yeah, I wonder if I could talk to you for a minute.
Do I know you?
No, but you do know Julie Carter.
So?
Well, I'm her attorney. My name's Tony Petrocelli.
Well, what can I do for you? I gave the police my deposition.
Well, I just want to know if there's anything you might want to add, to help Julie.
Hey, listen, if I could do anything to help, I would, but I really don't know anymore. Shirley and I were around the pool. We heard the shots and ran over.
Now, how many shots?
Oh, I don't know. A couple, I guess.
A couple. Well, thank you. Yeah, one more thing. How long you been working here?
Why?
Well, I'm just curious. Why, does that bother you? Don't get upset. See, Julie's already confessed. Nothing for you to worry about, is there? I see that. Hi. You got some time?
My place or yours?
Well, right here would be fine, actually.
Suppose this is business.
Well, unfortunately, yeah, you're right.
Well, what can I do for you?
Shirley, I'd like to know how many keys there are to each apartment.
1.
And no duplicates in case somebody loses a key, huh?
Just a master. If they lose a key, we change the lock.
Uh-huh. And who has the master?
I do.
And no one else can get it?
Not without my knowing about it.
Well, that's better than Fort Knox. Did you have the key with you the night of the murder?
All the time.
Well, Shirley, I can't thank you enough.
Well, you could. But I don't think you will.
The truth is, Shirley, you scare the hell out of me. I'll see you.
Shirley?
No, it's Tony.
Oh, hi, Tony. What's up?
Well,
Would you like to sit down?
Yeah, sure thing, Shirley. Really, I'd like to ask a couple of questions.
Okay.
Did Buddy have a key made to your apartment?
Yes.
Did you lock your door that night?
It locks automatically from the inside.
So Buddy could have let himself in with his key.
Well, sure. How else?
I don't know. I'm gonna have to check this out, but according to the police report, the only key they found on him was the key to his own room.
Then how did he get in?
Well, that's another question I'm gonna have to answer, Julie.
Honey, I hate to be a pest, but...
Well, don't be one.
Well, P keeps asking what to get you for your birthday.
I don't even want to be reminded of it.
But it is your birthday.
The way this guy's driving in front of me, I don't think we'll ever get home in time to celebrate it. What's this guy trying to do? What is going on over here? Is this guy crazy or something?
Tony! Oh. Oh, Tony.
Looks like somebody else doesn't want to celebrate my birthday, doesn't it, huh? No key, no key, no key.
Wouldn't he have been able to open the door with a pick lock or something?
Why? If he wanted in, all he had to do was knock.
Maggie, Tony, I got some bad news. I talked to the fellow from the highway department. They are coming through your place.
I don't believe that.
And I got something else you might not be able to believe.
Yeah, try me.
Well, you know Jarvis, the muscle man?
Yeah, more than I'd like to.
I found out how he makes his money.
Go.
Numbers, dope, the ladies, just a whole enchilada.
Big time?
No, he's just a small-time hanger-on, but he's into it.
It's funny. Little do you know there's a government agent living next door to him, huh?
Do you think he knew?
If he did, he wouldn't be too happy about it.
Well, there's more.
Yeah, we'll go.
Safro, the druggist,
Yeah.
checked with the pharmaceutical companies, and he splits his orders between 3 of them.
3 of them, yeah? Like what?
Well, from one he gets phenylastin, and the other dimethylamine, and in large doses.
Well, what do you know? You put that all together, it spells methamphetamines. Either he's treating all the fat ladies in San Remo, or he's coming up with speed in pretty big doses.
Yeah, but that doesn't necessarily tie in with murder.
No, there's a tie-in, all right. Oh, yeah, one more thing, Pete. See if any of those people have a permit for a gun and what kind, huh?
Tony, you're really beginning to talk like Julie didn't do it.
Honey, now you've got it. The witness has agreed to testify only under the condition that the courtroom be cleared. It's an issue of security.
The bailiff will clear the courtroom.
Now, you stated Mr. Landers works in your department.
Yes?
But that wasn't his real name.
No.
Now, you told me previously that he was afraid that his cover was in jeopardy.
That is correct.
You know why he felt that?
Yes, the day of his death. He told me that his apartment had been searched.
Did you take any steps?
Yes, we prepared to take him off the case. Also, we put the people he'd been working on under surveillance.
Now, were any of those people at or near the apartment the night of his death?
No, they were not.
One more thing. Was Mr. Landers in pretty good physical shape when you saw him?
Yes.
Well, thank you. No further questions.
Mr. Kaiser?
Did Mr. Landers know who searched his room?
No.
So for that matter, it might well have been the defendant.
That's possible.
Redirect.
Mr. Waldman, any of Mr. Landers' papers written in Braille?
Of course not.
Then since the defendant is blind, what could she possibly have found to indicate that he was an agent?
Nothing.
Nothing. Well, thank you. No more questions.
Recross. Witnesses excused. Bailiff will please readmit the audience.
One bullet through the aorta where it emerges from the heart.
And then would death be instantaneous?
Close to it.
Now, you arrived 40 minutes after the shooting.
Yes.
Were there any signs of rigor mortis or liver mortis?
There were traces of the beginning of lividity.
Now, according to your report here, I see that the decedent had a broken index finger.
Yes.
Must have been pretty recent since you didn't have one when he visited Mr. Waldman earlier that day.
It was very recent. It happened when he fell after being shot.
Any sign of swelling?
No.
Really? I mean, isn't that unusual? Doesn't swelling take place immediately, even though he was mortally wounded?
Well, ordinarily. But when else could it have happened?
You're asking me, sir. When indeed? No more questions. Do you know what time it was when you found the body?
Around 10:15.
And the police arrived 10 minutes later, huh?
Around that.
Did anyone stay with the defendant until the police arrived?
I was there, and Bob Jarvis, John Safro, Irv Littman, a couple of other people.
All the time?
Until we heard the sirens, then we went out to show them the way.
What about the gun?
I don't know what you mean.
Well, where was the gun all that time?
I'm not sure. I guess Julie put it on the night table. That's where the police found it.
And how are you all dressed?
Most of us were in bathing suits.
Would you say rather skimpy bathing suits?
What do you think?
I'd say they were so skimpy that the reason you wear that key around your neck is there's nowhere else to put it.
There's no room in there for anything but me.
Thank you. No more questions.
The witness is excused.
Julie, how many times did you fire that gun?
Twice?
Are you sure?
Yes.
How do you account for the fact that the weapon that killed Buddy Landers was only fired once?
I can't.
Maybe not just yet. Julie? Is this your gun?
I suppose so. I had never fired it before. Feels like it.
Just hold it. Now, Julie, can you hear me talking to you?
Yes?
I'm going to walk and count. Now, when I reach 6, I want you to aim that gun at me and pull the trigger.
But...
No, that's okay. The gun isn't loaded. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Your Honor, I protest these cheap histrionics.
I'm sorry, Julie. I had to do that.
Mr. Petrocelli, I would certainly agree with Mr. Kaiser. I hope you have good reason for this.
I apologize to the court, Your Honor, but this was not a trick. I was merely trying to show that Miss Carter cannot tell whether or not she is shooting blanks. Your Honor, there are three rather strange areas surrounding this murder. One, the fact that the witnesses testified that they heard 2 shots, yet the gun was only fired once. 2, the fact that Buddy Landers was found dead in her apartment, yet he had no key on him. And 3rd, the broken finger that he suffered. If I may, Your Honor, I'd like to take you back to the night of the murder and present yet another version of what might have happened. While Julie was visiting Buddy, her room was broken into and the switch was made. Julie's gun for one very similar. After Julie had left Buddy and gone back to her own room, he had another visitor.
What can I do for you? You got a drink? Beer? Yeah, that's fine.
Once inside, using Julie Carter's gun, and probably using something to muffle the sound, he shot and killed him. Waiting 30 minutes until he was sure the maid was off duty, he then carried the body to Julie's room, using the key that Buddy had made to get in. Julie awakened to a noise, didn't know what it was.
Who's there? Who is it? Buddy? Please, who is it?
Having no way of knowing a switch had been made, she reached for her gun.
I have a gun. I'll use it. Please.
Scared and frightened, she fired, but she fired blanks. He dropped the body and ran, only to join the others who were running to Julie's apartment. He made sure he was seen and went in with them. To discover Buddy Landers dead and Julie thinking she had killed him.
Julie, okay, it's Shirley. It's okay, baby, it's okay. Are you all right? I'll be right back, okay? Come on, everybody out of here, come on. Leave Julie alone.
It must have been easy for the one man who was fully dressed to switch the guns back. He was the only one that had a place to hide it. There are 2 things that he hadn't counted on. Although he had only shot once, Julie shot twice. And the finger that was broken when he dropped the body. Now, a hand will discolor or begin to swell only up to 30 minutes after death. Buddy Landers must have been dead at least that long before his body was discovered.
Your Honor, these things will bear looking into, but what possible motive could he have for killing Buddy Landers?
Bob Jarvis had what he thought was a good thing going. Selling illegal drugs that he obtained from John Safro. Jarvis found out that Buddy was an agent, and thinking that Buddy was after him, he killed him. The tragic thing was that Buddy wasn't even aware of the operation. Your Honor, in view of this, I respectfully request that the charges against my client be dismissed.
Okay, you can blow it out.
Ah, come on.
Hey, Tony, I risked setting myself on fire to light it. The least you can do is blow it out.
Okay.
Wait.
What?
Make a wish.
Make a wish.
Mm-hmm.
Got it.
Good.
Okay. Got it, right?
Very good.
Now, what'd you wish for?
That's a secret.
Oh, I promise I won't tell.
I'll get it. Yeah, hello. Yeah, operator, put her on. Mama, how are you? What'd I tell you? Yeah. It arrived this morning. It's beautiful. Yeah, look, yeah, orange is a beautiful color, yeah. No, I'll get a lot of wear out of it. No, Mommy, it does snow here sometimes, sure. No, I can't try it on now, Mama, because it really is a little too hot. Yeah. No, I don't know. Give or take a pound or so. No, I'm about the same. Yeah. Maggie throws you a big kiss, says hello to you. Yeah, how's Papa? Good. Rosa and the kids? Wonderful. Mama, you give him a big hug for me, huh? Yeah, well, thanks for calling, Mama. And I'll talk to you very soon, huh? Se benedica. What'd I tell you? She never forgets my birthday, does she, huh?
Tony, when was the last time it snowed in San Remo?
Well, the last time I wore an orange sweater.
Right. Come on, I guess you're waiting.
Oh, no, not today. Not on my birthday.
Afternoon, folks.
Afternoon.
Howdy, Pete.
Howdy. You two know each other?
Yep. Matter of fact, Pete asked me to give you this. Care to read this, ma'am?
Happy birthday, boss. The best present I could give you is Route 86. It's going 10 miles south. Signed, Pete. Oh, Pete.
Hey, how did you do that?
Better you don't ask.
Happy birthday, Tony.
Hey, thanks, Pete. Hey, why don't you get Mr. Ash something to drink, huh?
You bet.
That Pete's really something, isn't he?
Hey, I'd like you to meet Mr. Ash.
He is something. You know what?
What?
I have something for you, too.
Yeah, what?
Well, you tell me what you wished for, and I'll tell you what it is.
Okay.
Isn't that a coincidence? Happy birthday.
I think it's going to be.
Oh, I know it'll be.